And our final speaker is Mr. Rahul Singh. He's Vice President A to Z Powercom. Mr. Singh.
I'll try to add to maybe most of what's been already talked about. Around the same time last year, our planet became a largely urban planet, where more than 50% of the world's population started living in cities. This transformation as yet has not happened in India so far, but we expect around 2020 more than 50% of our own population would be staying in cities. This presents a huge challenge for creating energy policy around feeding energy into cities for the power requirement, for transportation requirements, and so on and so forth. What I feel is that to develop this integrated energy policy, we'd have to look at sectors from a different perspective, look at the urban sector and their energy requirements from a perspective that is quite different from how power and other energy needs would be delivered in the rural segment. Other than that, also we need to look at the power usage. We have a lot of inefficient transportation. Somebody had earlier mentioned that the use of rail freight has dropped from 88% to 40%. We need to somehow work that into a policy where we can move more freight transport onto the railway system. Urban mass transit programs have been initiated, but then again they lack a coherent policy across cities. We have made a huge impact through the Delhi metro system. I think it is going to be a critical factor in other cities as well, having a very large and efficient urban mass transit system. Another interesting fact of matter is that our IT and ITES based load demand has grown more than 150-170% in the last 5 years. I think some of the load for being more energy efficient has to be kind of taken over by some of the more growing sectors in our economy. And while IT and ITES have been contributing, but most of the effort has been coming in through various multinational corporations. However, we feel that Indian technology and Indian research has done enough and has more resources that can be committed towards increasing energy efficiency in this segment as well. Most of the deployment that we have internally has been largely focusing on manufacturing so far. I think that's more or less it that I really want to talk about, and thank you very much.
That brings us to the close of the statements by the panel members. This gentleman at the back, please.
Everybody has discussed for integration. In my opinion, IT will play a major role for integration. So what is your opinion? What are the platforms on which government is working?
You're right that IT has a large role to play in system integration. One of the things that the government is promoting right now is the smart grid technologies and how data input through smart metering and through analyzing and putting together large volumes of data would enable better management of our grid, as well as better integration of renewable energy, especially non-firm renewable energy like wind and solar.
We see a lot of criteria. There are 34 criteria in the GRIHA, right? And most of them have awarded points, right? But if you enlist all the criteria, about more than 60% of those criteria are not awarded any points.
The GRIHA rating system does include the points for the water conservation, for the energy conservation, energy efficiency, and other issues also. So it doesn't leave any kind of such point. If you know something is specific, it has been left, it doesn't find the point, then it is open for inclusion that also.
So this brings us to the close of this second roundtable session, and let me conclude by thanking all our panelists as well as the organizers.